It was Friday afternoon and we were finally on our way to Island Vibe on Stradbroke Island. We got our camping gear ready and we were off. It's not the most scenic ride out to Cleveland, but once we were on the ferry, the view was spectacular. So we're on the ferry on the way to beautiful Stradbroke Island for the Island Vibe Reggae Festival. It's only a short ride away and we'll be there soon. When we finally arrived at the festival site, we were all feeling pretty tired, so we decided to go to the beach and have a quiet party of our own. Afterwards, we went to camp. Saturday was the big day. Since the festival gates didn't open until noon on Saturday, we spent the first few hours of the day at the beach in Point Lookout. When we got to the grounds, few people were there, but the first few bands were rocking the small crowd.
Hi, I'm Katia. I just came here to sing with One Love.
One Love is a local Afro-Drum-and-Bass 7-piece band, and they were amazing. Had you been here before in the festival?
No.
No? First time?
Yeah.
Any bands in particular you're looking forward to seeing?
Yes, Sarita.
Yeah. Taking a look around, I could already see the myriad of people that would be at the festival. Definitely not the typical city folk. Island Vibe is a relatively new festival, this being only its third year. Despite its short lifespan, it's already had a change of name. Last year it was known as Island Time. Bigger bands were asked to play and more advertising was put out, mainly in street press. From the beginning, it was meant to be a bigger and better festival. When mentioning reggae to most people, Rastafarians and hippies are the first that come to mind. And I can't say Island Vibe wasn't full of both, but I think most people would be surprised to see how many artists, street performers, merchants, and families were there. It's definitely a place for the more alternative crowd. After Katia's recommendation to see Sarita, I had to go check her out. One of the things that stands out the most about Island Vibe is the family vibe. At festivals like Park Life or Global Gathering, you won't see small children. But here, everyone wants their kids to enjoy the open, fun, and relaxed atmosphere that a festival like this can bring. For many parents, it's the perfect environment to bring their kids to for a fun weekend.
Thank you so much! I'm just looking around and I'm seeing all the family, all the faces of family. It's a beautiful feeling. Big love, take care of yourselves. Mwah, 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 mwah.
In the early afternoon, many people were yet to arrive. The music was relaxed and so was the atmosphere. A few people were beginning to warm up to the dancing, but most were still sitting on the grass, taking in the view, the music, and the street performers practicing their tricks all around them. The beautiful bamboo pirate ship in the middle of the grounds was drawing lots of attention, and a small performance with pirates and a wench walking the plank was put on for the kids. Elaborate costumes and extraordinary accessories walked past, as more and more people filled the festival grounds. No suits, high heels, or fashion-hungry execs to be seen anywhere. Instead, t-shirts, sarongs, fairy wings, and body paint were the norm. I wonder if they'll ever become trendy in the city. I sure hope not. This place has a life of its own and a uniqueness that cannot and should not be replicated. Despite the heat, thick clouds had been gathering all morning, and in the early afternoon it started raining. Everyone took cover under the beer garden tent, which wasn't nearly big enough for the amount of people taking refuge in it. Thankfully, not long after, the rain stopped, and the fun was taken outside once again. I had already seen so many wonderful shows, and the party was only just beginning. The crowd was definitely starting to feel the music and dance. But this festival is diverse if it's anything, and reggae is not all it's about. A few ska bands made an appearance, the Upsteppers especially bringing a new energy to the hot day. Their pirate song made everyone jump around. The street performers were practicing their tricks and teaching it to those wanting to learn, creating a totally different vibe. A big part of Island Vibe is going around the market tents, maybe buying a few handmade goodies, and of course, watching all the performances, on and off the stage. By this point, the energy was palpable, and as more people were coming in, I decided to ask a few of them some questions. But before I could ask the first question, someone asked me.
Are you having a good weekend?
Okay, seriously though, I wanted to know.
Why am I here? Beautiful people and beautiful sounds.
What? To get stoned! Loving the music. Love for the atmosphere. The atmosphere, what else? And the music. Music.
And then a driver.
Holiday! I got dragged along.
Is it the first time you've been here?
No, I came last year, but actually my one goal this time is to remember some of it. The last time we stayed in a hotel up there, it was really quite silly.
Yeah?
Camping's a real experience.
Meeting the band members. Music.
The atmosphere.
Friends.
Did you see anything really freaky last year? Anything in particular you remember?
I saw a massage circle which was looking rather sexual
Wow.
towards later in the day. I thought that was something to take home.
I love the whole family environment and how everyone really gets along. Yeah, I like that it's more chilled out. There's no drunken madness. I don't know how to say if it's better or not because it's so different to other festivals.
This is my first Island Vibe. It reminds me of Woodford. The reason why these festivals are always so good, just like Woodford, is because assholes don't go to them.
Woodford is a folk festival held in Woodford, Queensland every year over New Year's. It's an alternative rock festival, very unique in its own right. Many people were comparing Island Vibe to Woodford, saying they're the only two festivals in Queensland that cater to an alternative crowd, and not the usual suspects who attend festivals in the big cities, where hardcore drugs and alcohol are the main incentives to go. But keeping with the festival's alternative and multicultural vibe, a few different and magnificent performances were in line. At 5 p.m, all three stages were closed and everyone gathered in the center of the grounds for amazing dances from Aboriginal and Maori groups. The crowd went wild when the Maori dancers announced they would do the haka. After an hour of exhilarating and beautiful traditional dances, the stages reopened for more reggae, soul, and roots. The Saturday night lineup were the big crowd pullers, the bands everyone came to see. So how was it playing an Island Vibe?
Fucking sick.
Yeah?
It was awesome.
What was the best thing about it?
The sickness and the sweetness and the sickly sweetness.
Were you feeling the crowd?
I was feeling them.
Yeah. Was this the first time? Was this your first time at Island Vibe?
No, we played last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, we played last year.
What's better? What do you think?
This year's definitely bigger.
Yeah.
Last year had a pretty cool vibe.
Who do you want to see?
Omega Supreme is my favourite band in the world.
West Coast, New Zealand.
Then the main headliners finally came on at 9 p.m. on Saturday night. The crowd went wild for Katchafire, the amazing Kiwi soul and reggae band.
Are you ready to come by?